This video is sponsored by Saily, but more on them later. Coming up today, we're back in Saudi Arabia to ride a luxurious business class service on a 450km journey through the desert, from the capital to the Arabian Gulf. So come along with me and let's check it out together. Welcome to Riyadh. The Saudi capital is a city on the rise, with many mega projects underway to ease the reliance on oil income and turn the place into a massive tourist destination that also goes for the country as a whole. If you don't speak English, please enable the closed caption subtitles below, as they're translated into 140 languages for you. You can also now change the audio track to 8 other languages, including Spanish, Italian, French, German, Japanese and Hindi. Today I'm heading east to Dammam, Saudi Arabia's 5th largest city, located on the shores of the Arabian Gulf. Our journey starts at Riyadh's eastern station, which is located in the Al Sinaya district in the southeast of the city. I arrived by taxi from my hotel in the city centre to the large drop-off bay right outside the main entrance. Since filming, the new 6-line 176km Riyadh metro system has opened, with a station here simply called Railway, located on the Orange Line. Upon entering the main concourse, we are met with a large and very impressive open space. Straight ahead is a staff ticket office. However, I bought my ticket online in advance, as they can and do sell out. There are also car rental desks, lots of seating spread about, and a couple of shops and food outlets. On the right side of the station, you'll find the toilets, and just beyond these is the business class lounge. Be aware that not all business class tickets grant access here. I'll explain more about this later on. After a quick scan of my ticket, we're in. And wow, this is one of the best train lounges I've ever been in. Hot and cold drinks are available, along with a variety of snacks, fruits and sandwiches. There are also many seating areas, both for working or relaxing. I'll be doing the latter of those two things now, as we have about an hour to wait before my train's boarding time. I'm currently in China, and as you may know, you can't easily access a lot of Western websites and apps here. I've now visited 5 times, and I've found by far the best way to stay connected with WhatsApp or Instagram is to use an eSIM. That's where Saily, today's video sponsor, comes in. Saily is an eSIM provider who cover 190 countries, that's 98% of the whole world. They route all traffic through a third country to allow you to access all your regular apps and websites. And you only need to install the Saily eSIM once, then you manage the subscriptions through the easy to use app. I'm currently using a dedicated China eSIM. All I had to do was activate it before I crossed the border, and it sprung to life as soon as it connected to a Chinese network. They're also really affordable. This one costs just $16 for 5GB of data, valid for 30 days. And my viewers can get an exclusive 15% discount on this or any other Saily data plan by downloading the Saily app and using my code EUROTRIP, or clicking the link in the description below. I'm surprised they don't board directly from the lounge, to be honest, but there is a dedicated business class lane. This station is very impressive, both inside and out, with some very Middle Eastern design features incorporated into modern functionality. Our ride today is this Spanish-built 6-car CAF diesel multiple unit. There is a power car at this end and a driving trailer at the far end. These have a top speed of 180 km per hour. They entered service in 2011 and may not look amazing from the outside, but more than make up for it with the interior. Boarding is not level, however I did see a wheelchair lift on the platform, and there are dedicated accessible facilities which we'll take a look at later on. Business class is arranged in a 2+1 configuration with these smart leather seats. Most are in bays of 2 or 4, however there are some airline style pairs and solo seats as well. Luggage can be stored on the stacks by the vestibules or in the large overhead racks which run above all seats. My seat today is a rear-facing solo window seat in one of the 2 first-class coaches. Before we get going, let's check out our route today. We depart from the Saudi capital Riyadh, heading east to Dammam on the shores of the Arabian Gulf. We will make just 2 intermediate stops en route today. We leave right on time at 12:26 PM on board train number 10. Since I travelled, the timetable has been changed and this service now departs a little earlier at 12:10 PM. Today's journey is scheduled to take 3 hours and 57 minutes, covering a distance of 449 kilometres with a planned arrival time of 4:23 PM. The price for one adult in business class varies depending on if you want to include lounge access, on-board food, more luggage allowance, and more favourable refund or cancellation terms. I'll put the full information on screen now. I paid for everything, which cost me 310 Saudi Riyals, still very good value for what it is in my opinion. You can save around a third on this price with the basic business class fare, which mostly just includes the seat upgrade and no bells and whistles. Economy class starts from 110 Riyals. There are different fare options here too, as you can see now. As we leave the Riyadh suburbs, the first round of onboard service begins. This is Arabic coffee and dates. I really love this tradition as it embodies the amazing hospitality in this part of the world. It was also very delicious. Okay, time to check out the seats here in business class. They are very comfortable and have a good ergonomic shape to them, along with slightly winged headrests. The armrests are also padded and adjustable. The seat can be reclined by pressing this button and shuffling the base forward. There is also a headphone connection to the entertainment system and a button to operate the overhead reading light. Legroom is good without being excellent, and an adjustable footrest is also available. There is a seat back storage pocket, a small litter bin and a drinks holder. A large and sturdy tray table is also present, along with a single UK style 3-pin power socket underneath your seat. A Wi-Fi network was available, but I couldn't get this to connect to the internet at any point in my journey. Digital passenger information screens are in every coach. These are both in English and Arabic, as are the onboard announcements. Finally, there are plentiful coat hooks located on the walls, and the windows have full-length sunblinds. Overall, it's an excellent product, very comfortable and with all the amenities you could need for this journey. If you want ad-free early access to every video, great perks and to help me do bigger and better reviews, then become a channel member from just £1.99 per month. Just click the link above now or the join button in every video. Thank you! Next, the main food service begins for those passengers who paid the additional charge. I chose the croissant snack box. This consisted of a bottle of water, a bottle of fresh orange juice, a Galaxy chocolate bar, and a chicken salad croissant. As we steam through the many miles of empty desert, let's go and check out the rest of the train. There is a buffet counter serving hot and cold drinks, along with snacks and sandwiches. The prices are very reasonable. Then, beyond this is economy class, which is in a 2+2 layout. This is still a very comfortable way to travel, with nice seats and power sockets too. This is where you'll also find the 2 wheelchair spaces on board, with companion seats next to them. In the adjacent vestibule is the accessible toilet. There is also an onboard prayer area, seen here. Okay, let's check out the regular toilets. 2 can be found in every coach. Everything worked as intended, and the soap and toilet paper were both stocked up. They were also pretty clean on the whole, so good job SAR. That's just about the train tour complete, so let me head back to my seat as we speed through the desert at 160 km per hour. Saudi Arabia has a desert coverage of nearly 40%. That's 635,000 square kilometers of sand, making it part of the world's largest sand cluster, including parts in the UAE, Oman and Yemen. If you like sand, then these are the train window views for you. We are now on the approach to today's first stop, Hufuf. This city and local area is home to 740,000 people and is the major population centre in Saudi Arabia's eastern province of Al-Hassa Oasis. It is also the largest date producing region in the country and one of the top 3 in the whole world.
Please ensure that you mind the gap between the train and platform.
All of the stations on this line are of very similar design. The platforms and canopies, as well as the station exteriors, all follow the same template, with a very Arabian-inspired theme. Every time we go again, after a station stop, a traveller's prayer or dua is repeated. There is also another round of Arabic coffee and dates. Although this line sees a very good passenger service, it was primarily built for freight to transport goods and containers between the deep water port in Dammam and the dry port in Riyadh. This can be seen with many freight trains being stopped in sidings to let us pass. The Saudis also recently opened a new freight bypass track at Al-Hassa to further improve the efficiency of the network in the area. We are now arriving at today's final intermediate stop.
Dear traveller, when boarding and alighting...
The small city of Akker is home to just 65,000 people and is located 60 kilometers to the west of Dammam. Akker thrives nearly exclusively due to the nearby oil field of the same name, which was discovered in 1940. This holds reserves of over 22 billion barrels of crude oil, with average production of 400,000 barrels per day currently. We are now on the final stretch of today's journey, so let me summarise this trip with Saudi Arabia Railways from Riyadh to Dammam in business class. I had a fantastic trip. Everything from the amazing lounge at the beginning to the comfortable seats, good food and brilliant staff. I even thought the prices were reasonable considering the level of service that I received. I would definitely recommend using this train to travel in Saudi Arabia. A couple of things I'd like to see improved would be a proper meal service on board for business class passengers instead of just what was basically a packed lunch, and a reliable Wi-Fi connection as many people were working on the train. But in the meantime, remember you can get an exclusive 15% discount on Saily eSIM data plans by downloading the Saily app and using code EUROTRIP, or clicking the link in the description below. We arrive at Dammam station right on time at 4:23 PM. Have you been on any trains in the Middle East before? If so, which ones and on which routes? How did you find them? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching to the end, and I'll see you in the next video.